And now, very slowly, I will start to say it's time for the last award of the evening. It's the European Journalist of the Year 2021. And we have the honor to ask someone up here on stage who received this prestigious award 4 years ago as the first journalist. It's Dündar, a journalist from Turkey living in exile in Berlin. So I ask you to come up stage to tell us more about the winner.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for your class. And I'm really proud to be here on stage tonight to give this prestigious award to two colleagues, namely, shall we see them?
Цяпер у дзверы кватэры, дзе мы знаходзімся, пазванілі. Мы не ведаем, хто гэта, але...
Thank you very much. They really deserved it. Dear Katsiaryna Andreyeva, dear Darya Chultsova, we are honoring you and your work tonight in absentia. Dear friends, dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, let's stop for a moment to think about what this means in absence. To let our imaginations wander to where you, Katerina, and you, Darya, are now. What might you be doing at this moment in time? You are about 1,500 kilometers from here, locked away in the women correctional labor colony number 4 in Homitel as prisoners with extremist tendencies just for doing your work. Are you lying in your bunk beds, exhausted from sewing uniforms all day, counting the 491 long days of the 2 years you will still have in the detention camp? Do you wonder in sleepless nights what it is you did wrong? How the hell you got there and why? On November the 15th, 2020, 27 years old Katsiaryna and her 23-year-old colleague and camerawoman Darya live-streamed for 5 hours a protest against the authoritarian Belarusian president, Alexander Lukashenko. Hundreds of people had gathered to commemorate Roman Bondarenko, an activist beaten to death allegedly by plainclothes police officers, and demand justice for his death. After police dispersed the peaceful demonstrators, 10 riot police officers broke into the apartment of journalists used as a vantage point, detained both of them, and seized the equipment. They were found supposedly guilty of organizing activities violating public order by a district court in Minsk on the 18th of February 2021 and sentenced to 2 years in a labor colony. The two women work for Belsat, a Polish-based broadcaster set up by Belarusian and Polish journalists to cover events in Belarus. It was recently classified as extremist by the Belarusian regime. Around 40,000 people have been detained since Lukashenko contested re-election on 9th of August 2020, among them about 500 media professionals. The Belarusian press club BAJ, a beacon in the fight for freedom of expression, was closed down recently. Belarusian media have been under attack. The news page, One Region, Rodnan.live, the Minsk office of Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty, the newspaper Nasha Nidva, the independent newspaper Tut.by, the magazine Nasha Istoria, the independent news page Orsha, the online platform Interexpress, the Telegram channel Nexta. The list is long and it's getting longer. Journalists are disappearing behind bars. Like you, Katerina, and you, Darya. Is 2 years in a Belarusian labor colony too high a personal price to pay for wanting the world to know what was going on in the streets of Minsk? Was it worth it? We can't answer for that. What we can say is, thank you. Thank you for your courage and your will to report independently, no matter what. Thank you for letting us know about the events in Belarus. Thank you for keeping up the voice of independent journalism and of freedom of speech in circumstances that demand otherwise. Thank you for risking your lives to do your work, for telling the truth as you find it, and for informing the world of your findings. It is important to stand firmly behind the principles of democracy, human rights, and the freedom of the press, and to support those who are fighting for those principles. Dear Katsiaryna Andreyeva, dear Andreyeva Chultsova, it is with this in mind that we are at PRIX EUROPA wants to support your fight and honor you with the title European Journalist of the Year.
Thank you, Can Dündar. Thank you so much.